Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Purdue Boilermakers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Purdue's offense will have first crack at this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a fourth down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it down. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these...
Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting himself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
The Boilermakers have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Boilermakers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Lindsey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ready to fire from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. Running free. Still on his feet. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And these big plays are created first and foremost by the hog mollies up front. The guys who never get credit, the big boys, the big nasties, the big uglies, they put their hand in the dirt. They go after those defensive linemen, create some holes where the runners can make plays, can get in space, can make these huge chunks.
Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
From the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll send the back in motion. They want to throw it. Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Under fire. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to James Madison. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for space to the left. Zips it out to his man. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The give. Turning it on. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Working on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. He was a great job avoiding that. And he's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quick release on the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Boilermakers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He wants to change this route. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hold and fired complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Off play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're setting up the screen. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Tight end now in motion. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll ride the hot hand. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Boilermakers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
We got all these fancy pass plays and all these fancy formations and shifts and motions and all this stuff you make me think about as a defensive guy. And then you slip that in. Really nice job by the offense, hitting you with the draw, with the unexpected. Nice job getting a big game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Gets it out fast. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Right on the money. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse. They want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Boilermakers look to do some damage in the red zone. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, that's two very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number one, not to hand it off. That was the right look to throw into. And the second good decision was his guy was covered, so don't throw it. Just take it.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to know in that situation, goal to go. If no one's open, you're throwing it away. It's a touchdown or it's nothing. That ball needs to go into the stands.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Purdue.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Sends it back in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. And it's no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Finding open areas. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Soft spot in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Nice move to keep running. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Still on his feet. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
He'll bring it out. It's Boston. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Got the quick completion. Breaks into the open. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Of 11. Good enough for 1st down.
Offense working from the pistol. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. The give to the back. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Going to the This defense is on its heels.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
The Boilermakers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll run play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back in there with it.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They're working that left side.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Oh, they're after him! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? We sensed a great deal